YouTube. How are you? I'm back again. So I've had a busy morning. The first thing I did was make the ambiance video with all the peepers because I know you guys like the peepers. I made like the hour version of the peepers video. And unfortunately, I had to use a sound bite from somebody else. I got an iPhone 8, and for some reason, my iPhone 8 and my PC do not want to talk to each other. I couldn't transfer the soundbite from my peepers over to my computer so I can put it into an ambiance video. So what I did was I went on Freesound, found a soundbite from somebody who happened to live in the Pacific Northwest, and their soundbite matched a lot of the peepers here. So I just put it into an ambiance video for you guys, and that took a while. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I know you guys love the peepers, so I want to give you more of the peepers. Also, for anybody who wants longer videos of things like that. The thing is, my PC, it doesn't have much in the way of storage space, so I could only make the ambiance video so long, because the longer the ambiance video, the more space it takes up. But if you want to listen to the peepers a lot longer, just click on the video, hit loop, and it'll go for as long as you want to. Anyway, so this React is kind of a do-over. I made a mistake in the first version of this React, and I couldn't remove it. So I'm redoing it over. But what we're reviewing today is Chantal's lame gaming stream that she tried to do of Phasmophobia. There wasn't much in the way of gameplay. A lot of it was her complaining about sound issues. She was having a lot of sound issues that honestly she should have worked out before she decided to go live with the game. She's played this game at least 3 different times. So she should have had all of that stuff worked out. Even if you're an amateur and you've never played a game before, if you decide to do a recorded video or a live stream, what you should do is do a test stream, see if the video looks okay, see if the sound is up to par, and if it's not, turn around and just delete the video and start over, which is something that she didn't do. So there's a lot of complaining, a lot of saying, oh, Salah's not here and he could help me with this. But even if he were, Chantal, you are the content creator. It's up to you to figure out ways to make your video and your audio quality to be of great quality for your audience. So being lame and deciding you want to just do trash content, well, as a gamer, I'm going to roast you. Today, I woke up and I chose violence. Online violence to be sure, but still violence. And I'm going to give you a good roasting on all the things you do wrong. So I'm here for it. And I hope you guys are here for it. So let's just get into it. Because I'm going to point out all of her little mistakes that she makes. I'm going to have a good time doing it because I'm here to roast Chantal. So here is her video. So let's point out mistake number 1. So this is supposed to be a gaming stream. And she's using the game Phasmophobia. And although she didn't really play the game, she just sat in the beginning part of it. Still, you're using somebody else's gaming content for your live stream, Chantal. Even if you show a frame of the game, to make this okay with YouTube and the company that makes the game, you have to credit the game if you're showing their game. So let's look down here. Oh, excuse me. Oops. Pardon me. Let's look down here. Let's see if we see any credit towards the makers of Phasmophobia. Nope. There's nothing. I see all kinds of links to the couples channel, his gaming channel, a link to become a Beezer. I don't see any credit or mention of Phasmophobia, not even a hashtag. This is a big no-no, Chantal. A very big no-no. You can't do this. You can't use somebody else's game for your content and not give them proper credit. All the other gaming channels that I've seen on YouTube, in order to play the game and make it okay with the game maker, You have to provide a link for the game somewhere in the description so that they are given the proper credit. But she didn't do that. She showed the game. She didn't even put the name in the title. She just called it Just Chatting because she didn't play the game. She just complained about it. But again, I'm here to roast her, so let's just get to the roasting, shall we?
Hold on a sec. I think I messed up something from the beginning of the stream, and I don't want to restart it now. It's annoying as hell. Hi, Heather. Skin, hello. Tangerine, Mistress of the Dark, hello. Hi, Creepy. Bola Bay, you're watching from Vanuatu? Oh, wow, cool. Well, welcome. Canadian Timbit, hello. What's up?
You know, when it comes to gaming channels, there are usually two types of gaming content. The first type are game playthroughs where the person doesn't talk. They're just playing the game. I really enjoy those videos because it gives me a sense of the game without the added commentary. And then there are the people who play the game and they give commentary at the same time. But usually you see those people on camera, like they have their camera on. Even if you're doing gaming content, you can't rely on just the game itself to carry the content and make it interesting, unless you're doing a playthrough where there's no commentary. If you are wanting to be part of it, then you got to give great commentary. It's even more important to get the audience immersed in the game with you and keep them engaged. And she doesn't do that here. We are 6 minutes into this live stream. She hasn't started the game. She's too busy saying hi to people. The way it works on YouTube, if you're doing any kind of content and if you don't get those who are watching you immersed in it and interested in it within the first 5 minutes, you're going to lose them. There are people out there that are really into gaming, have a passion for gaming, and they want to gather to channels that are as passionate about games as they are. Problem is, Chantal is not really into gaming. It's just something that she does when she doesn't know what else to do. So if you don't have a passion for something, people will pick up on it immediately. This stream that she did, this was posted 2 days ago. Look at the views, 3,171. That's bad. For a channel that's almost at 100K, that is bad. And another thing, you guys are going to see with this live stream, the chat really isn't moving. It isn't moving. That means there weren't that many people in the room. And that's a shame because she's playing a really great game. I have heard wonderful things about Phasmophobia. I've seen other gamers play this game and have an immense amount of fun, but not Chantal. How can you take something like Phasmophobia, a great, well-made game, and make it boring? Well, she does. Because she hasn't practiced with the game. She's not immersing people in the game and just playing it and then just giving her commentary as she goes. She's just complaining the whole way through. So that turns people off. If she wants to do different content for her channel, this would be great content if she was an actual gamer and had fun with it and people were having fun with her, but they can't because she's not having fun. She's starting off this stream with all the negative energy and projecting that on her audience. And so it's not going to be fun for anybody.
Hello, Travonda, thank you. Okay, Candy, no problem, yeah. Some gamer words, like what?
So she wants to break into the gaming world. She wants to call herself a gamer. And despite the fact that her and Salah have been together over a year, and he's supposed to be a gamer, She doesn't know any gaming terminology. I got a couple of words for you, Chantal. Let's see. There's the term filthy casual. Have you ever heard that term before, Chantal? Filthy casual. It applies to people like you. You're a filthy casual. Also, here's another one. Noob. You're a noob. Short for newbie. You're a noob. And you're playing like a noob. And you're acting like a noob. Newbie. You're a noob. It's amazing. She should have heard all of the gaming terms. All of them from Salah. She doesn't know anything.
Meep. I don't know. YouTube lover, hello. Z. Miriam Poppins, hello. Okay, hold on just one sec, guys.
And remember, this is not her first time playing Phasmophobia. This is what, her third time? All of this clumsiness, don't know what to do, I don't know where anything is. That should have been done and over with after the first stream. But she's still having issues.
What in the heck? Damn it. Give me a minute. You're gonna hear my heavy breathing, I know.
Okay, so this part right here, let's see, what do we got? So let's see, as far as the microphone, looks like you got a Realtek audio. I don't know what that is, but later on you'll see she's got a snowball microphone. I had one of those. It's actually a pretty decent microphone, so I don't know what the problem might be.
Microphone? Okay.
Okay, so I guess, looks like she's got a few options for microphones. So is she able to switch between the microphones?
Yeah. Master volume. What the hell?
She was complaining that the audio from her computer was not being picked up. That has to do with sound settings on your PC. That's a simple fix. You just go to the bottom right of your computer and click on it and make sure it's on. Also, she was also complaining about an echo effect. I've had that happen before, and that was because my all-in-one, which is the one I'm on right now, it has a built-in microphone. So if you've got the audio from your computer that's coming through, and you've also got another standalone microphone like my Blue Yeti, sometimes the sound can bounce off those two microphones and cause that echo. Again, that's why you got to play around with the sound settings and either isolate one or the other. You got to figure it out. Everybody's system is different, but she's having issues. She wants to be the big time gamer on YouTube and do gaming content. If you care about your content, about the audio quality, about the video quality, you will take some time and test things out and press buttons and not press buttons and figure it out off stream.
Give me 1 second, guys. I have to figure out how to... I don't want to have to restart.
Well, even if you did restart, that's not going to fix anything. You could turn it off, turn it back on. If you haven't fixed the sound settings, it's going to sound the same.
so annoying. One second, guys.
Again, this is unprofessionalism at its finest. Miss, I've got an almost 100K channel. Miss, I want my YouTube play button plaque. And this is the kind of content you're doing to get there. I don't think this is going to work. If you're having sound issues, you can't figure it out quickly. The best thing you can do is just turn this off and restart and do something else. Also, if you're an amateur gamer and you're not used to doing gaming content, why don't either A, you play a game that you are familiar with, or B, a game that has simpler game mechanics that you can figure out really fast? Wouldn't that just make more sense? Yeah, it would. But Chantal is all about doing things that make no sense. She's playing a game she's not familiar with. She's got sound issues. And yet she's not going to think on her feet and improv and go, you know what, guys? I've tried to play this game. It ain't working out. Let's just switch over to something else more fun. That's what I would have done. Oh, what happened here?
Oh, why? I can't hear anything. Just wait. Can I hear something like... Oh, well, whatever. I'm not in the mood to deal with it. So, yeah. I know I can't hear the game either. Hi, Fernanda.
You know, she could have still played this game if she could figure it out. Even if you're having sound issues, you can always tell your subs, hey, you know what? I'm having sound issues as far as the sounds being picked up from game, but I'm going to go ahead and play anyway. We can just do it without the sound from the game. Let's just do it that way. Just improv on your feet, Chantal. Either improv or stop playing the game. Do something else.
Okay, I'll have to wait for Salah to come back. He just went out for a bit, so whenever he comes back, I will, he'll be back soon.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe I'll have him fix it, but for now,
Yeah, so notice this comment from Messy Girl. She says, Salah went out. It's 2 a.m. So it's 2 a.m. where she is when she did this stream. 2 a.m. and he's out. He's out. It's 2 a.m. I don't think he's coming home. Or if he does, it's going to be much later.
there's nothing I can do about it. Oh. He went out before 2 a.m., Messy Girl. I don't know, like, if you're going to imply, I guess, like, he's an adult. He can go out whenever he wants. He went to Diawania, which most men in the Middle East go to, and they stay out pretty late.
See how she's getting defensive with one of her own subs? So all that Messy Girl said was, Salah went out. It's 2 a.m. That's all she said. And immediately Chantal gets snotty with her, saying, I don't know what you're implying. She didn't imply anything. She didn't say, oh, he must be cheating on you. She just asked the question. She said, Salah went out. It's 2 a.m. It's a question out of curiosity. But immediately she goes on the defensive with her. I don't know what you're implying. There's no implication here. It's just the subs wondering, it's 2 in the morning. Where's he at? You know why she's getting defensive? Because she doesn't know where he is. She doesn't know what he's doing, although I'm sure she can guess, but she doesn't want to think about it.
And he doesn't go often, so I said go. Like,
Yeah, right. Chantal being the insecure, jealous female, she's going to be that caring, understanding wife to say, go out, have a good time. I'll be okay. Never in the history of Chantal verse has that ever happened. She's insecure, she's jealous, she's clingy. She's in Kuwait, she's alone, she's desperate, she's lonely, she's got nothing to occupy her time. She expects whoever her obsession slash partner is to occupy all of her time. She doesn't believe in letting people have their personal space or their personal time or their personal freedom where they can do what they want. It's all about you do what I want you to do. And what I want you to do is sit on the couch and watch movies on Netflix with me. That's my idea of fun. Although that's not everybody else's idea of fun. That's what she considers to be fun. She doesn't understand how boring that can be. But trying to paint this picture of, oh, he wanted to go out and I'm okay with that. She's not okay with it. It's just that there's nothing she can do about it.
I like, what's the problem? Screen share? No, you know what it is? It's that like the audio in the game is not working. I tried Meep. I don't know. I'm really bad at this, like, because I had my headphones plugged in, it's supposed to play the audio, but now it's not. I don't know why. Yeah,
Maybe the audio is working, it's just not transmitting through your headset. Again, it sounds like it's not the game's problem. The game works fine for everybody else. It's just that you are not going into his sound settings on his laptop and checking out the sound settings.
we can just chat for now, and then whenever he comes home, he'll fix it for me.
Yeah, but you got a live chat going on right now. So how is that fixing the problem right now? It's not like you have the live chat scheduled for later and he'll be there to help you with it. It's going on right now. So what are you going to do right now to fix the problem?
Diowania. It's like a special hangout for like men in the Middle East. More specifically, he's at a kashta, which is like with a couple of his friends. He goes sometimes to the desert to go. It's like a barbecue. They have like little barbecue pits in the desert, and yeah. So he should be back soon because yeah, it is late. But he only went there like late, so.
You know, this whole situation of her being there alone and him being out at 2 in the morning, that does not look good. For a practically brand new marriage, that doesn't look good. Now, I believe that everybody should have their personal space, whether you're married or not. We all need our personal space. We all need our time alone and with friends. It's healthy. It's absolutely healthy and it's absolutely fine. But again, she doesn't believe in personal space. But for a brand new marriage, still in its honeymoon phase, because the first year is the honeymoon phase, it doesn't look good. When you're married and you have a husband and he is leaving you alone at 2 in the morning and you're home alone. I've been married twice and I had a husband that liked to go out with his friends and go out to clubs, and I was fine with it as long as he let me know what was going on. I wasn't blowing up his phone. I wasn't jealous. I wasn't insecure. I just simply said to him, have a good time. I'll see you in the morning when we both wake up, because I would usually be asleep at that time. But this is me we're talking about. And then there's Chantal. Miss I need attention all the time. She doesn't want to be left alone. She wants Salah to be with her all the time. So under normal circumstances with her, this would not be okay, which is telling. So if he's out at 2 in the morning, she's not okay with it. And it looks like everybody's right, that they're done with each other. Because if they were together for real, the moment he got home, she would blow up at him. Absolutely blow up at him.
Like, people hang out late here on the weekends. What can I say?
Also, can I also add to that? The feeling that I got from this live stream is it's 2 in the morning, and I'm getting the vibes of she's up at 2 a.m. waiting for him to come back, maybe. Like she's going to be that one that she's going to sit on the couch and wait for that exact time that he walks in the door if he does come back. Just sitting up, waiting 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, waiting for him to show up. Not a good look.
Hi, Pam, Gizmo. Do anything fun today?
No.
Not really, I guess. Just had a pretty chill day. I'm still annoyed because, like if I do too much, the pain like comes back. It's not as bad. It's not like excruciating, but it's uncomfortable and it gets on my nerves.
How can you be in pain if you do nothing? If you don't move? If you don't move, if you're not doing anything, what is causing the pain? Maybe not moving is the reason why you're in pain. So therefore, you should get up and do something. Instead of sitting on the couch and working out your little thumbs and your fingers, scrolling through YouTube stuff, looking for any mentions of your name. If all you do all day is hang out at the house and do nothing and you're in pain, maybe do the exact opposite. Maybe be more active. And I'm not buying this crap that you have sciatica pain. No, ma'am. I think you're just using it as a topic of conversation. But if you're doing absolutely nothing and you're in pain, this is a problem.
So, what's that consequence guy when you need him? Oh, yeah. Do they have similar things for women? They don't have like Dia for women, but um sometimes I guess women gather. It just depends. A lot of women go out together with their friends.
Okay, I'm going to roast one of her subscribers, one of her VIBs, for just a second. Messy Girl says, you should do a mukbang to celebrate Chinese New Year. So let me get this straight. Chantal is a person, she's got an issue with food. Everybody knows it. She's made everybody aware of it. This person who's on YouTube that has an issue with food, a big, extreme, severe issue, who's over 500 pounds, who has severe, out of control diabetes to the point where she's got to take 3 different medications to keep her blood sugar down so she doesn't go into a diabetic coma, who should not be eating food on YouTube at all for meals or for content. You're suggesting for her to do a mukbang? Why? Why? I just want to know. I would really like to know the psychology of that thinking. Suggesting somebody who's an addict of food to eat food on YouTube. Explain that to me. I'd love to know. Suggesting for Chantal to do a mukbang on YouTube, to me, it's no different than somebody else in the world who might be an addict of something walking up to them and suggesting they should do whatever it is they're addicted to. Like, you would never do that, right? Because it'd be an incorrect thing to do. And yet somebody's suggesting that to her. Some of you VIBs, man, you need help.
But like Dia is like a traditional kind of thing. So he sent me pictures of his barbecue. I wonder if I could share a picture. The picture.
So this is supposed to be a gaming stream. She's showing Phasmophobia, the game. The star of this live stream is the game. Getting immersed in the game, having fun with the game, people having fun with you by sharing the experience. We are nearly 15 minutes into this live stream. No gameplay yet. She hasn't even gotten started with anything to do with the game. And she's going to stop and show a picture of something from Salah just to prove that they're still talking. That's the most important thing to her. Let me prove that he's still around and that we're still talking. I'm sure she's been on Twitter and YouTube, and she's heard and seen from everybody that the consensus is he's gone. He's out of the picture. He does the bare basic minimum for Chantal, and that's it. And that bothers her to the point where she's got a gaming stream going and she feels the need to prove that, although she doesn't have to. She can just get started with the game, start playing the game, get people interested, and she's not.
He sent me. Hold on. I don't think he would mind. Do you mind, babe? Let me ask him.
Like, this is so unprofessional. It is so unprofessional. Noob. You're a noob. You're acting like a noob. 100K channel. Noob. Gaming noob. Bro, do you even lift? I used to hear that all the time in World of Warcraft and trade chat. Bro, do you even lift? I don't know why people said that, but they did. Bro, do you even lift? Well, I wish I could lift, but I got problems with my arm. But it was just a funny thing, and wow, you'd have to be there. But this is how you don't do a gaming stream. You blow off the game. You got sound issues. You're not fixing them quickly. You're not keeping people engaged and entertained. This is how you don't do it.
Ma'ul insect, ma'ul.
Shut up.
The picture he sent me. Ow. I hurt myself.
So you can figure out how to put a picture up on screen during a gameplay, but you can't figure out the sound issues.
Insect.
Shut up singing.
Wait. Insect, ma'ul. Hold on. Here we go.
And again, notice the chat. It ain't moving. How many people did you have in chat this night, Chantal? I'm thinking not many.
I just have to download it. I'm getting hang of this stuff.
Oh, God. This is so sad. I have to upload this picture. I have to show this picture, even though I got a live chat going, and I should be entertaining people.
Which is good news. Hi, everybody. Okay, hold on. Okay.
Okay. So this is the picture that's on Twitter right now. And I showed this in my React just a few minutes ago. Here's where she shows the picture. Here's where she went wrong. I think that's a picture that she took on her phone at some point of a meal she did. And she's just showing it to her audience to make them believe Salah sent that to her. Here's where she screwed up. Mo Translates, who knows how to speak Arabic, already exposed this. So full credit to Mo Translates. The writing down here between the pita bread translates to restaurant. Also, if you notice down here, there's the carpet, which is on her floor. So if Salah is sending her a picture of food that he and his friends are eating at a campsite, why does it say restaurant? Why do we see her carpet? That's from her house. So she lied. You know, Chantal lies, but Chantal tells on herself. She told on herself in a big way with this one. That is restaurant food. That is not campsite food. That's restaurant food in her house. If this were campsite food, why do we see carpet? Wouldn't we see sand? Wouldn't we see other carpet inside one of the tents? And why isn't it nighttime? Let's look at the lighting. 2 in the morning, it's dark in the desert. It's really dark. So it's brightly lit. Go ahead, keep telling on yourself, Chantal.
There. It looks a little charcoaly, but they were barbecuing it on the charcoal. So basically, he goes with his friends, some of his guy friends, because Diawania's like only guys hang out together here, and they get together in the desert and they have a barbecue, and they like grill.
You know, ever since Salah decided he wanted out of this whole thing, and people have been asking about him, where's Salah? What's going on with Salah? We've heard every excuse under the sun why he's gone. Oh, he's busy working. Oh, he's at a campsite. She keeps making all these excuses up just to keep up the appearance that he's there. But let's just say, for devil's argument, that you're right, Chantal. He still is there. Let's just go with that for a minute. The thing is, the fairy tale is done. Do you understand? It's done. You went to Kuwait for the purpose of selling us the idea that you were really married and that you had a husband that you were going to do couple stuff with. Well, he can't do that anymore because of all the stuff that came out with Kybella. So the fairy tale marriage, coupling of content on YouTube, it's over. So why continue to be there? If you can't do anything with him, if all you're doing is paying him, paying his rent, paying for his groceries, why continue to pay that man if he's not going to be part of your content? Wouldn't it just make more sense to come back to Canada and do things yourself, since essentially that's what you're doing in Kuwait, and it's much more expensive to be there, considering the fact that the Kuwaiti dinar is more expensive than the Canadian dollar. And I'm going to prove it. I'm going to absolutely prove it by showing this to all of you, because, you know, we love our receipts over here. So Kuwaiti dinar to Canadian dollar. Okay. Let me just cut this off for a minute so you guys can see, you know, because we like context. We do like context, don't we? Yes, we do. So, all right. So Chantal likes to tell us that it's cheaper to live in Kuwait. Here's why I have a stronger argument. You're going to another country where your currency is much weaker than the country's currency. You're paying for more than one household. You have an issue with food. You're eating $4,000 to $5,000 in food a month on top of the household expenses. How can that possibly be cheaper? So you guys can see right here, for every one Kuwaiti dinar, she's paying $4.37. So let's just say she orders takeout. That cost her 15 Kuwaiti dinar. When she comes online and says, oh, it's only 15 Kuwaiti dinar, look what she's really paying. $65 for one meal. All right, let's just say it's let's just say she says it's 5 Kuwaiti dinar, which I doubt, because takeout is expensive. Plus, you got to figure in tipping the person that brought you the food. So even if it's 5 Kuwaiti dinar, That's still 20 bucks. If she spends 20 Kuwaiti dinar, that's $87 for one meal. And you got to figure in, Chantal, she loves her takeout. So she orders multiple times a day. So 20 Kuwaiti dinar, almost 100 bucks. That's where her money's going, food. She basically eats her way through her paycheck to where the point there's nothing left at the end of the month. There's nothing in savings, nothing. But I just want to show that to you. If she tries to say it's cheaper in Kuwait, no. It's 3 times expensive to be there. Versus if she was in Canada and her currency was worth 100% of the value. So now that we've seen that, let's go back to her live stream. Let's do that. And let her continue to complain about her sound issues so I can roast her some more. Because I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Food, and that's the picture of his D1A. He went out like a couple hours ago. So
okay, let's do the math on that. It's 2 o'clock in the morning in Kuwait. She said he left 2 hours ago. That would mean midnight. Does that even make sense to y'all? That a person would leave at midnight to take a 2-hour drive to the desert to get there at 2 o'clock in the morning. Does that even make sense? You want to go hang out with your friends when you do it earlier? So he left at midnight. 2-hour drive to the place. He's arriving at 2 a.m. And he's not going to turn right around once he gets there and comes back. Even if he did, he would not arrive back with her till at least 4 o'clock in the morning. So it's 2 a.m. when he arrives. He's going to be there a while. Then you get another 2-hour drive back. He won't arrive back till like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. None of her story adds up. The math ain't math, and nothing makes sense here. Nothing.
That's where Salah is right now. Meat charcoal wraps. You better bring back food. No, I had supper. You know what I had? I had chicken again with BBL. That's nuked. Okay, so these are like, there's grilled onions. I think they're the burnt ones on the, and then this meat here is, I think, tikka, so it's like lamb or goat meat or something. Yeah, it's like meat. They call it lahm in Arabic.
Something tells me this was a picture that she took of a meal that she ate, and she already had it on her phone. So she just scrolled through her pictures and found it and posted it real quick. Because again, the math ain't mathin'. She's home alone. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. And even if she reached out to him and said, hey, Salah, can you send me a picture to prove that you're out so I can send it to my viewers, even though she didn't have to do it, that immediately he's going to message her back, scroll through his phone, find a food picture and send it to her? Like just that fast? No, not at all.
Arabic, which is like, I think, lamb meat or something. I haven't tried pavlova. No, it looks a bit crispy. Yeah, it's a bit dark, but maybe the
it looks burnt. Ain't gonna lie, it looks burnt.
Lighting too. I don't know. I like my meat like barbecued to heck. If me personally, but
hey man, I love good barbecue, but that's burnt. Sorry, that's burnt. There's barbecued and then there's burnt. That's burnt.
Oh, hi, Teardrop. Hi.
Oh God.
How are you? How are you?
Shut up.
I don't know anything about that, Kimbo. You guys, messy. You guys are thirsty. You want some roughage? Yeah, such a guy thing to do. Like go out in the bar, go and barbecue a bunch of meat and like. Oh, hi, Melly. Hi.
Can you imagine the conversation at that campfire if it actually did happen? The things that Salah is saying to his friends about Chantal, because you know he's talking. He needs someone to talk to. She's a lot to deal with. When you got friends and you got a lot on your shoulders and your friends can pick it up, they're going to say, hey, man, what's wrong? And you will unload. Imagine the conversation with him and his friends.
Welcome, welcome.
And you got to know for that reason, she does not want him around his friends because friends are an outside influence. They are voices giving a narrative that she can't control. People like Chantal, they like to have full control so they can manipulate and dominate. They don't want outside voices giving their opinions and getting in that person's ear and saying, you shouldn't be with that person. You should cut them off. They don't want that other influence to come around. So her being okay with him being around his friends, no.
Meep. Oh. People act like it's a crime if a man goes out. Yeah, I know. It's weird. You guys are bad. Hold on. He's a married family man. So yeah, that's where he is, but he'll be back soon.
No, he won't. No. It's 2 in the morning, girl. If it's a long drive, it's going to be a while. So I don't know if it's 2 in the morning and you're waiting for him to get back, but you're going to be waiting a while. Honestly, if it's 2 a.m., your butt should be in bed. Didn't you say you had a nice, comfortable bed to lay in? Why aren't you sleeping? Why not get your rest? Why not take care of your health? What are you waiting up for him for? If he's somewhere else doing something else, he's not thinking about you. He's having a good time.
But yeah, he sends me pictures like throughout his whole every time he goes out. So I said, I'll show you the barbecue. That's pretty much what they, and especially in the winter here, it's very popular. Um, one of these days, if I'm feeling up to, like when I feel better, I have to feel better, guys. Like I feel really trapped because, like, I can do only so much, and then it starts to hurt, and I need to rest.
Whose fault is that? You got yourself to the place where you are now, where you're unhealthy. You have only yourself to blame. So I have no sympathy for you, especially considering the fact that you've got all the time and resources and money to fix your issues. And you're just not reaching out. You're not making the effort. You're so unhealthy that you have allegedly a new husband and he can't do anything with you. And every time the two of you did do something together, it was a big production. Taking a simple walk is a production. All that time you guys were in Thailand, every single little thing was a big production. You getting in a boat, you getting out of a boat, you getting on a tuk-tuk, you going shopping, you guys going to do couples content. It was a big production with a lot of moving parts. Anytime you guys went somewhere, he had to find somewhere with nobody else around. It was a lot. So I can see why he's having a better time without you because there's less to worry about.
That's when we heard the song Jumpin' Jumpin'. There's no clubs here. There's no clubs here.
And that's something that really puzzles me about her. She wants to be in a relationship. She wants to have a man by her side. She wants to do things with that man. She wants to be attached at the hip to that man, whoever he is. And yet, physically, she's put herself in a place where she can't make that happen. Yet, she won't motivate herself to get herself healthy enough where she can walk around or go to the beach or go travel with that man. That if a man wants to do something fun, he's got to do it without her. You just won't fix herself.
Messy. It's yeah, very halal here. Tell him you want a doggy bag. I'm full to the gills. Honestly, I had free swella again. Chicken match boost. I should change my name to Miriam Match Boost. I'm not even kidding.
So that was telling. So before the live stream started, she stuffed herself. That means she's over full. Possibly a B moment. So she had herself a little B moment, I guess. She stuffed herself. Anybody out there, you know, if you eat too much food and you stuff yourself, what happens? You feel uncomfortable. You feel practically sick. You're sitting in your chair saying, "Oh my God, I'm so full. I I almost feel sick." That's her right now. She knew she was going to do a live stream and she stuffed herself, knowing what that was going to lead to. Too much food in your stomach is devoting all of its energy to digesting the food, which is going to lead to you feeling really, really tired. And she decided to fire up this laptop and do this stream while feeling tired, while feeling sick, while feeling overstuffed. Complete failure. But that's how she was able to do this live stream and not eat during the stream. Make sure you top off the tank before you get started. And she's doing the overstuffing at 2 in the morning, I might add. So 2 in the morning, you're eating a ton of food, and then you're going to go to bed. And you wonder how you're gaining weight, Chantal.
Yeah, I'm still resting. I'm a gamer. I'm not such a failed gamer. I can't even figure
I wouldn't call Foodie a gamer. I would call her a lamer. She's not a gamer. She doesn't enjoy video games. Therefore, she's not a gamer.
out how to get my audio to work. Yeah. Are you annoyed someone stole Foodie B? No.
Yes, she is. Because she won't stop talking about it. She's remarked on it several times. Methinks the lady doth protest too much. She's annoyed. She wants to act like she's not annoyed, but she's very annoyed that somebody just kind of snuck in and took the Foodie Bee handle away from her. And now she can't go back. And now she's having issues because people that are looking for Foodie Beauty are having trouble finding her. Are you getting the message, Chantal, that people in girl world are tired of your crap? They will do those kinds of things to you.
Because even if you have the handle, it doesn't make you Foodie Beauty. Like, you know?
But why would you want to be Foodie Beauty? You said you were done with being Foodie Beauty, that you're a different person. So why would that bother you? If you are letting go of one identity for another, and the previous identity was toxic and negative and triggering and offensive, why would you want to be that person if you're committed to being something else? So she's over here saying, like, you'll never be that person. Well, nobody would ever want to be you. There's nothing enviable about you, Chantal.
If I ever want to go back, I have a handle name in mind, and I'm not going to say what it is. But I don't want to go back. Like, I want to be consistent and stay with this.
Well, because she has to. She has no choice now.
So I don't think it's the game audio. I
No,
think the game. No,
it's your sound settings that you're not fixing.
it's not. Hold on one second, guys.
So this live stream went on for 49 minutes. We're halfway through. No gameplay. None.
So yeah, he'll be back in a bit. Like by the time he drives here, because driving out to the desert takes time, so he'll be here around 3. So then I can do my gaming.
Yeah, but you got the live stream going on right now. If it's 2 in the morning and he'll be back in an hour, by the time he gets back, according to you, your live stream will be over or almost over. So it's already too late.
I'll always be the real foodie beauty. No gaming, it's scary. That's the point, Lexi.
You hear that yawning? That yawning isn't because she's physically tired because she's been up all day. It's because of the food. Like all of that overstuffing is making her yawn.
I'm so tired. Why am I even like awake right now? Well, I wanted to do a live stream. I know that, but anyway,
You guys want my opinion? I think she sleeps all day and she's up all night with nothing to do, no one to talk to. She gets bored out of her mind. So she fires up YouTube. She figures, I'll have people to talk to there that admire me and I can make some coin. And lather, rinse, repeat, day after day after day.
yeah, so I'll probably do the gaming in a bit, I guess.
And she doesn't. There was no other gaming stream with the audio and the video fixed. This was it.
I'll try to stay awake. You know? Have a cup of coffee? Oh boy. That would mean going and making it, and I'm so tired.
So she wants to make money on YouTube with streams, and yet she can't be bothered to make a cup of coffee, to keep herself awake, to stay on YouTube and give entertaining content. A cup of coffee isn't worth 40 bucks, 60 bucks, 100 bucks, whatever it is you make off of your videos, Chantal.
We can hear you, but not the game. Yeah, that's the thing. I like rats. I know, but I can't figure it out, so. Hold on a second.
This is so classic Chantal. I can't figure it out, so therefore I quit. I'm just going to give up. I'm not going to keep trying. I'm just going to quit. Anything she does in life, she's a failure because she quits before she even starts. Right on key, Chantal.
Eh, eh, eh. There we go. Just for now.
So like she just totally gave up. She's like, screw it. I'm going to do a regular talking stream. Never even played the freaking game.
Hi, Italian! Or 24, like, 6. Well, no, even more than that, because if he's gone, it's just for a few hours to see his friends, usually, or something like that. Or to go do, like, work stuff or whatever, you know? So, I mean, people have lives. Will you put a little cam in the corner? SB, yeah, probably.
She won't.
Eventually, like, when I can, you know? Am I watching the Super Bowl? Probably not. Yeah, I can call him, but I don't think he'll be able to like direct me because I'm pretty like I don't everything looks like a different language to me. I can't understand anything.
Can I also point this out? She's the one in the relationship with the money, right? Right. She's the one paying for things. So if she wants to do gaming content, why not buy a gaming laptop? Just buy one. So she can do her own stuff on her own computer versus doing it on Salah's where everything is in Arabic. She can afford it. Get another laptop that she can use personally. Get a webcam, which doesn't cost that much. Like I have a Logitech cam right now. Those are not expensive. I mean, if you care about your content, if you want to do different kinds of content and do it well, you invest money in the right equipment. And she's got the money. She can buy better than mid-grade. But of course, she's going to rely on Salah's stuff that she bought to get the job done.
Here in the settings, so he'll just do it when he comes back.
Yeah, but then you'll be asleep.
Yeah, he's out like not camping, but like barbecuing in the desert. It's for men only, Lexi, this time. But whenever I'm feeling better, I will definitely be going to do that, and I can video it or stream it. Maybe we can do a live stream desert bees.
Yeah, right. Chantal roughing it in the desert. You know what? I support that content. Chantal in the desert roughing it. I support that content. That would be entertaining.
I don't know. I don't know any. I don't really have any friends here. Hi, Bahar. I've had people reach out to me to hang out. They watch my channel, but I don't trust. I know it sounds bad, but I don't trust like people. After everything I've been through. So
You know, it would be simple for her to find friends in Kuwait if she were a likable person, but she's not. She is not a likable person. Also, she is that person that she could not keep her channel out of her own mouth. Like if she met somebody new, talking to them, she would bring up her channel. The fact that she's Foodie Beauty and she's got a 100K channel, she uses that as a bragging point. She could easily meet someone and say, hi, I'm Chantal and I'm a new Muslim revert and I've been in Kuwait a year and I don't know much. Just present herself as herself, not bring the channel up at all, and nobody would know. Where she goes wrong is she's always talking about her doggone channel. That's why she's afraid, because she knows she can't keep her mouth shut about her channel, and she's afraid of being exposed somehow.
I guess I don't know. I'll see. And I haven't been feeling great. I haven't been feeling social.
You're never social.
Sacrificing my identity. No, I know. I know people are gonna think that, Lexi. Camel bees. He's cracking open a cold.
You know, Lexi Lamington says, Chantal, all of this hub about you changing and sacrificing your identity is nonsense. You are the same old you, essentially at the core, unique and individual. Chantal doesn't really have an identity. And if she does, it's two things. Food, like food is her identity, and her YouTube persona. That's her identity. She doesn't have a real life identity. She's so lacking an identity that when she latches on to a man, she will take on aspects of that man to fill in the gaps of her identity. Essentially, she becomes a shadow of that man. Whatever he likes, she likes. Whatever he doesn't like, she doesn't like. She will morph herself into whatever she thinks she needs to be accepted by that man and be allowed in his company for 5 minutes. She cannot walk up to somebody and say, this is who I am. This is what I'm about. This is my identity. She lacks identity. And sadly enough, Food is part of her identity. She doesn't know how to identify without the food. It's not just a problem she has, it's literally her identity.
One, except he can't with the boys. Yeah, he doesn't even have any interest in trying alcohol at all. Like, he has
That's what he
none,
told you.
you know? So that's good.
I got $20. It says that Salah is drinking behind her back.
Oh my gosh, Melly, I do that too. I use my phone. Yep. No, never. Never, Lexi. I hate alcohol. Yeah. Me too now, Teardrop. I don't miss it at all.
Lies.
It's done nothing good for me, that's for sure. Brings out the worst of me.
Don't blame your problems on the alcohol. There are lots of people that have a glass of wine or a mixed drink and they're perfectly fine. Your problem has always been you take things to the excess. You can't just have one glass of wine, you'll have the whole bottle. You can't just do 20 milligrams of edibles, you do 2,000. You take things too far.
It tastes like crap. It makes me sick. So, I don't miss it. It's like literally poison for your body, right? And
Yeah, but the big question is do you miss edibles? Because I bet you do. I bet you do.
I don't know. I mean, I know junk food is too, but so, would you watch Poor Things? What is that, a movie? Pin song. Dusty Bun.
Why are people asking Chantal, what did she do today? Have you been out anywhere? You guys should know the answer by now. She doesn't go anywhere. She doesn't do anything. That's the problem. She has nothing to do with her time. And physically, she can't go out by herself. What if she has a medical event? There's going to be nobody around to help her. She treats every guy that she's with as her caretaker. She doesn't want to go out and do anything. That's why she talks about nothing but the past, because there's nothing going on in the present.
No, I didn't go anywhere today. I was supposed to go to the clinic. I'm gonna go tomorrow. I have 2 shots left I have to get, but I just wasn't feeling very well today. Like, no energy. I haven't heard it, Messy. I have deep heat. I sprayed it, yeah. But you know what? I don't know what it is. Hold on, I gotta get Kleenex. But the deep heat makes me like it. I think I'm allergic to it. It's more peaceful this way. Yeah, we do sometimes. I like rats. And they always invite me along, like when he goes to like the Diarwania at his friends, he'll say, go hang out with like, you know, his wife or something if you want. But sometimes I just haven't been feeling great.
She doesn't get invitations to go out. Why is she lying? Anybody that's been around her for 5 minutes would never invite her to go hang out, knowing she's not going to be that much fun. The few occasions that she has been around people, everybody around Chantal has had to cater to her just to make her comfortable. Like, example, when she went to the campground, campsite area with Salah, the two of them showed up with just a bottle of soda for her. They didn't bring any food. She ate before everybody else. She didn't help with the cleanup with the to help the wives out. And then she went in a tent. She begged out by saying she had a migraine so that she didn't have to help them. And then her and Salah snuck off with the food, with the napkins, with the candy, with everything they can get their hands on. Why would anybody want to hang out with someone like that? And then there was the situation where her and Slaw went to Allah's house. Allah's wife actually sat on the floor so that Chantal could sit on the couch. Allah's wife helped her take a shower. Allah's wife, they had all the pillows stacked around Chantal's back. It was all about catering to Chantal. So it couldn't just be a simple visit with her. It's like you got to treat her like a queen, prop her up with pillows, help her bathe. I mean, it's a lot to deal with.
Especially in the state I'm in now. Kitty Love, I haven't even started yet because I have to figure out my audio. Yeah, Sylvael, maybe. It does burn the skin. Exactly. 160 viewers. I don't care. I'm grateful for those 160 people.
Again, trying to reframe everything to fit the positive narrative. I don't care if I've only got 160 people. Yikes. I think this was the night that I was doing my tarot reading, and I had more people in my room than she did in hers. And her channel is much bigger than mine. That is sad. For almost 100K channel, that is sad. Me and my tiny channel just talking to people using my tarot cards and doing readings, and I got more people than you, Chantal. Pathetic. Absolute pathetic. She's trying to say, I don't care if I only have 160 people. Oh, yes, you do. Yes, you do.
I'm in the gym. I'm so tired.
And if there were 160 people in her room, why is the chat so slow? So there might have been 160 people watching her, but there weren't 160 viewers commenting. And it's open chat. It's not even VIB only chat. It's open chat.
Tired. I really wish I could go to the gym right now, honestly, but
No, you
I'm
don't.
so jealous. I
You don't.
do. I feel like I want to get back to life.
Well, you know what? Where there's a will, there's a way. There's several ways you can handle that, Chantal. If you are insecure about your weight, about your body size, you could spend $200 or $300, get a treadmill, set it up inside the apartment, and you could walk whenever you wanted and just burn some calories that way. Bonus, considering the fact that Kuwait gets hot during the summertime, you getting your walking in would not have to depend on the temperature outside. Also, if there is a pool in your apartment building, you can use that for free. And someone of your size, swimming is great exercise because it makes you more buoyant and it cuts down on any kind of back injuries. So where there's a will, there's a way. It's just that you don't want to find the way.
No? Ugh. Yeah. Ugh. Cancer treatment for, as if that would just, and yeah, just I have him, and in Canada I was lonely for you know, real love or some kind of connect. I don't know. It's just lonely.
Yeah, but didn't you say about Natter, all he has to do is fake love me and I will give him the world? So you said to Natter that you are willing to settle for fake love. And for fake love, you'll give everything you can. So he heard that and he took full advantage. Although I will say in Natter's defense, and I think he's a scumbag. Look, the whole thing between you and Natter, that was a business arrangement. You went to him and said, I want to make you into my content. I want to talk about you. In exchange, I will give you money. I'll create a channel for you. I'll get you started. So, in essence, you guys used each other. Your problem is you got way too obsessed with him. You thought that by setting up this business arrangement between you and Natter, that somewhere in all of it, he would really fall in love with you. And that never happened because that was not part of the contract. That wasn't part of the agreement. You thought you could buy him and you didn't. You just bought time with him, but you did not buy him as a person. And you repeated the same mistake with Salah, choosing a man that you have nothing in common with, who's got different interests, who's very active. You chose to fake love with him. You settled for the phony thing versus improving yourself to get the real thing for free. So since you're willing to settle, you got to take what comes with that.
I mean, in Canada, I had Pete's, and I appreciate his friendship and have my family, but I talk to my family every day. Mistress of the Dark, boss. Thank you so much, Mistress of the Dark. That's nice of you. Thanks for the super chat. Yeah, like I didn't have a circle in Canada either. I didn't really do much. Hi, Lane ASMR. I had you guys. I went live a lot, you know?
See, Chantal doesn't want real life friends. She doesn't want real in life friends that have their own opinions and feelings and will voice them to you. She wants to be able to have a forum with people in it that she controls the narrative and she feels in control. If you have a real friend and if you're committing some kind of nonsense, they will call you out on your nonsense and voice their opinions as they should. She doesn't want to be in front of somebody and have to deal with their real life responses and interactions. She wants to be able to feel safe and secure behind a monitor where she doesn't have to face anybody. So she immersed herself too much in YouTube, and that became her way of getting interaction. Well, that itself is too unhealthy if you get obsessed with it.
Ugh, I don't care, Chris. Whatever. I don't live my life worried about what reaction channels are going to say about what I do.
Right. Right. Really? Really? You don't care? You don't care. Well, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. I'm looking something up. Can I have a moment, please? I'm pulling something up. I got to find her channel to find it. Let's see if she removed it yet. I don't think she did. Where is it? Where is it? Okay. I'm looking. Please give me a moment. Okay. Receipts. Because we all like receipts, don't we? We do. You know, because Chantal lies and Chantal tells on herself. Well, let me show you an instance where she's telling on herself and she's lying. Okay. Straight from the source. So this was posted by Everyday Miriam, aka Chantal, just a day ago. Right? Right. So that would mean this was posted on February the 11th. She did her live stream on February the 10th. I'm just giving a timeline here. So February the 10th, on this live stream that I'm reviewing, she says, I don't care what the reaction channels say. Then a day later, she posted this. She says in the community post, you know why the opinions of certain people on this platform don't matter? Because it's ridiculous that I got raked to the coals for the whole coal. She was referring to the incident involving Charlie Gold incident, but now members of Girl World can openly change our religious names to Mary Ham and Salad when they know ham is haram for Muslims. And what else we got here? And many Muslims would be offended. So, Miss, I don't care what anybody else has to say. She proves herself to be a liar. I just want to show that to y'all. I just thought you might be interested. Miss, I don't care. I'm so unbothered. She was bothered. She was very bothered. So, you lie and then you tell on yourself, Chantal, but we love that about you. Please never, ever change. But let's keep going and finish this out.
It's like, do you want your pet's last days with needles, treatment, stress, or just enjoy the time they have left? Yeah, exactly. Pete's and my mom. Yeah, now I have Salah and my pets, and I still have my mom. I talk to her every day.
No, you don't.
Even in Canada, I didn't see my mom. Thanks for the dono. I didn't see my mom like all the
Excuse me.
time. She lived in Cornwall and she worked a lot, so not like when he goes out like this. No, like when he goes out, it's not very often with like he goes out with his friends, but not like every day. So it gives us a break from each other to just enjoy some space, and no, I don't mind at all.
Oh, God. This is a whole different narrative than what she told us. Let's go all the way back for a minute when she was in Canada and this whole Kai Bella thing broke. Do y'all remember the live stream where she was having a meltdown over everything? And she told Salah through that live stream, when I come back there, you know what you're in for, right? She said that in the live stream. She said, you know what you're in for. Because this thing has happened, I'm going to have more control of you and I'm going to be all up your behind. So she anticipated, she was looking forward to coming back to Kuwait and having full control over Salah. And then she got the Uno reverse card pulled on her because she came back to Kuwait. And by doing that, she showed Salah a few things. One, that she had the option to stay in Canada and break this thing off and break away. And she didn't because she had no options in Canada. Two, because this whole thing happened and it was personally embarrassing and she could have stopped it, that she was willing to forgive and forget just that quickly. Didn't even take 24 hours. So she's showing him, I have no options in Canada. I don't have another option for a home. So I got to come back there. And two, you can do whatever wrong you want to me and I will forgive you. There's no serious consequences here. She was giving him power by doing that. So she went back over there to live. And that, plus him not being able to game anymore on his channel, plus not doing the couples vlogs, it gave him more space to be away from her. And so he has. So the queen was once sitting on her throne. She's been dethroned. She's powerless there because she's stuck there. And he knows it and she knows it too.
I don't feel lonely right now at all. I don't feel lonely for people at all. I'm just chill. I don't know. I went to bed with I fell asleep listening to green noise, and I feel super relaxed today. It's weird. I've lost quite a few pets. There's nothing I could do. My little Dachshund died in my arms. It was horrible. Oh my gosh, that's so traumatic. Aw, sorry, Teardrop.
You know what, Teardrop? I don't like you because you're a mod for Chantal, but I will sympathize with you over losing your pet. But Chantal, listen to one of your mods. Your mod Teardrop just lost their pet and they are devastated. And you lost your pets and you were not devastated. That is the difference between people who love their pets and people like you that do not, to the point of neglecting them.
Dachshunds are so cute. I love them. You know? I was staying with my mom when I was in Canada, yeah, but I like hi baby girl. She just jumped on me. Um I don't think I could live long term with family. Like
They couldn't live long term with you. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? They couldn't live long term with you. Are you kidding me? Your family members do not like you. You're a whole lot of trouble. The last time you came back to Canada, I think your family gave you just enough room to sleep on the couch at night. You're a woman. They had enough sympathy that they weren't going to make you sleep in your car overnight while it was cold and unsafe. The agreement might have been, hey, you can sleep here at night where you can be safe, but during the daytime, you got to get out. That's why we kept seeing Chantal streaming in her car. Her family did not want her streaming in the house where it would be exposed, and there might have been some trouble because of that. Also, as I understand it, her mom works, and they don't trust Chantal to be at the house alone without them there. They might have come back and the place is destroyed, messed up, garbage everywhere, all the food eaten. So I can't blame them. But Chantal is not that kind of person you want as a house guest for more than a few minutes at a time.
I don't know. I like to live like only with certain, like, I like to live alone. I want to live alone if I ever have to live alone, not with like family again.
You don't know how to live alone. In the entire time you've been on YouTube, you've never, ever truly lived alone. You were with BB, then with Pete's, then you were seeing Natter and you were staying over at the crack house, then you hopped over to Salah. You've never been alone. You don't know how to deal with life alone. And given your health conditions, given your health, it would not be safe for you to be alone, because what if you have a medical event and nobody's there to dial 911?
Not that there was any problems. It's just I'm a very private person, but I don't ever want to, like, I want to stay living with Salah, but you know what I mean? Like, if I ever had to for some reason. Julia, I have to change that emoji. It's like
This comment from Squishy Granny, I'm going to address this. Squishy Granny says, I'm glad you're trying to not give attention to the nontent and content theft channels. Some seem to be desperate to save their dying channels, and I'm glad you're starving them out. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? That's funny. That's hilarious, actually. The, the reaction channels, we have more engagement than Chantal. We have more viewers. We're much more active than she is. 100K channel, and she's doing a gaming stream with a great game, Phasmophobia, and only 160 viewers. That's a dying channel. That is. And you know what? Hold on a minute. Like, again, we're doing receipts again, like a receipt time. Let's do receipt time. You guys want receipts? Because we do those for fun sometimes. Let's do some more receipts. Let's do some more to prove a point. Let's do some more. Okay. So receipts. I just put in the name Foodie Beauty to search her channel. Look what comes up first. We got Piggy. We have Barbecue Chillin', The Girl Zone, Meandering Thoughts, Karina Kaboom, Perfectly Imperfect, Unicorn Pondu, yours truly. Hi. And then her channel. She's all the way at the bottom and I'm right on top of her. So tell me all about a dying channel now. We're not dying. We're thriving. We are thriving. She's the one that can't think of new ideas for her huge channel. She's the one struggling for ideas. She's the one talking about the same subjects over and over and over again. Not us. And to say that we have dying channels, isn't that kind of a insult to Chantal since we cover her? Yeah, it is, because she's our content. So if our channels are dying, Why is that? Could it be because the content that we're doing is not as entertaining as it should be? Yeah, kind of. You're insulting Chantal by saying that, you know.
Hard to see it. No, not at all, Meep. You guys can talk about what you want. Like, if you guys want to share something, that's fine with me. Meep, oh my gosh. I'm glad you're trying not to give attention to the Nontent and content theft channels. Some seem to be desperate to save their dying channels, and I'm glad you're starving them out. Yeah, I don't want to even acknowledge these people anymore. You know what I mean?
Until you get mad, and then you get mad at Salah and you take it out on us because you don't dare make him angry. He's essentially your lifeline in Kuwait. You don't want to make him mad to where he completely cuts you off because you got no other connections in Kuwait.
But yeah. I just can't wait to feel better so I can try to live a somewhat normal life. Why do you choose to live in Kuwait? Wouldn't it be better if Salah to move to Canada? The Middle East is scary. I don't find, having lived in both, I don't find the Middle East scary. I think people, like, until I moved here, I didn't understand what it was like. And I feel like the people from the West have a lot of, like, preconceived notions about it.
You have preconceived notions, ma'am. You had assumptions without doing your research and your homework. You told us that Kuwait was filled with obese people. You said that out of your mouth. Oh, Kuwait is filled with obese people. So maybe you formed a picture in your head because Kuwait was allegedly filled with obese people that you would fit right in, that you wouldn't stand out and be a anomaly. But you failed to understand there is regular obesity and then there's super morbidly obese. So you went to Kuwait being a super morbidly obese woman and you figured out you were going to stand out anyway. Even if you wore the abaya, even if you wore the hijab, you were still going to stand out. And even in Kuwait, wearing the abaya, wearing the hijab, you are still someone that other people are going to look at because of your massive size. So I guess going to Kuwait trying to fit in somewhere, you still don't fit in.
Like, Kuwait is more peaceful to me than when I lived in Canada. So, yeah. We just prefer to live here. We're Muslim.
No, you prefer to live there. Salah has expressed a desire to come to Canada. He even set his Tinder profile thing to Canada. Why would he do that as a Kuwaiti native? Why? If you're a man looking for a wife or a girlfriend, why wouldn't you set your settings to something more local, to someone who lives there so you could easily meet up and talk to them? Why set it all the way across the ocean to Canada? Unless your plan is to get to Canada via meeting somebody from there and marrying them so you can go back with them. Well, he failed because you had no intention of bringing him to Canada, to moving back to Canada. Given all of your financial problems, you're not going to go back there. You're going to stay away as long as you can until you get caught flipping back and forth with that tourist visa and somebody finally figures it out and they stamp your passport to where you can't come back. Until then, you're going to keep pressing your luck until your luck runs out. But you don't want Salah to have too much freedom because you know he's a womanizer. He likes the ladies. He's a run around, play around. So give him some freedom. He's going to run around and play around. That's just what he does. You don't want him to do that. You don't want to chance him finding somebody else and leaving you completely alone. Because you're at a place right now where trying to find another man after Salah to replace him is going to be much harder, given your lack of health it's going to be much harder to convince a man to put up with all of you.
It's an Islamic country. The cost of living is a lot more affordable.
No, it ain't. I proved it.
Yeah, I just like it more. I don't know.
You know, when she was in Canada, she didn't go anywhere. She didn't do anything. She just sat in her room and ate. She's doing the same thing in Kuwait. So, what is the difference between Kuwait and Canada? Except that Kuwait is much more expensive and Salah is there. Even though he's not really there for her, he's still there. She can go back to Canada, and I'm sure if she wanted to get a place and have a companion or a caretaker, Pete would immediately sign up for the job. He misses Chantal, but yet she wants the guy that has the better optics. Even though it's expensive and it makes no sense and he really doesn't care, she wants what she wants. Sometimes what your heart wants is not what you need.
Well, we might visit Lexi.
No, you're not.
Visit a nightlife in Kuwait, for example, clubs. No, there are no dance clubs or anything like that.
I'm sure there are plenty of underground clubs that you don't know about and you will never know about. I'm sure he knows about them, though.
There are none. BBW Layla, it is. It's very safe. It's safer than Canada. Safer than like Toronto. Yeah, for sure. No Western style entertainment. There's just no dance nightclubs, you know?
Even if Kuwait were filled with nightclubs, would she go? Would she actually go to a club and hang out and dance? No, no, not at all.
The Middle East isn't scary. Maybe stop listening to disinformation. It's the best, most peaceful places on earth, especially the GCC countries. Yeah, especially.
Interesting point by Messy Girl. She say, I say this lovingly, but it is a bit odd that you've been married over a year and your family hasn't met your husband yet. Well, because her family's in Canada. But isn't it funny? They've been married for a year and they haven't had one trip back yet to meet the family. And it has to do with Chantal just wanting to keep Salah away from Canada where he might give in to temptations. Just that jealous, insecure woman in her just will not allow it.
Yeah. I wouldn't like to be without weed personally. I don't like being too hot. Yeah. BBW Layla. I get that.
Another interesting comment by Wanderer Lost saying, my Middle Eastern friends tell me that many families do not accept a foreigner spouse for their daughter's sons. Is that the case for you and your in laws? Look, I don't know anything about families or anything like that in the Middle East, but whether it's somebody overseas or somebody locally, do you think any family would willingly embrace someone like Chantal? Given her energy, her personality, the way she is, would she be someone that mom or dad or sister or auntie or uncle or grandma or grandpa would approve of? Uh-uh. No, absolutely not.
Heat is really unbearable too. Yeah, they do want to meet him, Messy, but someday, maybe, we can visit. It's not odd if he lives in another country, if he's from another country, Messy Girl.
I think in the beginning, Chantal might have strung Salah along with promises of traveling abroad and also going to Canada. She strung him along for as long as she could until he figured out it ain't going to happen. Hence another reason why he's absent. because his plans have not come to fruition at all. And he's caught on to the fact that she's a liar. And she will say and do whatever it is she has to do to keep somebody near her, but she will never fulfill her promises.
And if you have a Syrian passport, it's not the same as having a Canadian passport. Canadians, Americans, people who have like a very powerful passport can just travel to most countries without it being a process, you know?
And that is true. I don't think his passport allows for him to go to many places. So again, if you're someone and you can only go outside your country to just a few places, how can you expect to travel the world with somebody? Especially someone like Chantal, that she is not going to put things in motion to change that.
To me, you seem a lot more peaceful living there. Canada seems to be too much drama and real life idiots after you. Oh, yeah, for sure. Squishy granny. Look at the last time I went there. Someone stalked me, went down, you know what I mean? Like, no, I don't miss it at all right now, especially.
Another interesting comment from Lexi saying, Chantal, didn't you ever want a festive wedding? Muslim weddings, especially the ones in the Middle East, are very grand and opulent. So why did you skip out on that? Maybe because they're not really married. Because Chantal is a very grandiose person. She wants to do everything in grand style. Why not do a grand wedding? Something else to brag to us about. Where's your grand wedding? Because they aren't really married. That's why. This is a marriage of convenience, if there actually is a marriage. It's just a temporary contract thing. If there was no grand wedding, it's not because Chantal didn't want it. It's not because she wouldn't enjoy it. It's because they're not really married.
My Mideast friends tell me that many families do not accept a foreigner spouse for their daughter's sons. Um, that's not the case for me, but yeah, that does happen. Yeah, of course. Yep, for sure. But Salah's always been somebody who's been more open minded.
Open-minded. That's what we're calling it now. Open-minded. Because he turns his face away of the things you say and the things you do. He's open-minded. No. Let's call things by their right names. He's indifferent. He's not emotionally invested in you. He's not emotionally attached to you. Therefore, he has the power to be indifferent. He could just collect the paycheck, and emotionally speaking, it doesn't affect him because it's a business relationship. You can have a business transactional relationship and not have your emotions involved. It's just business, like employer, employee. That's how it is. That's the way it's always been. If he were a real partner, he would care about what you're doing and put his foot down, but he doesn't. But because he doesn't protest what you're doing, he's open-minded. No, he's just not interfering in your ability to make money so he can collect money.
Than the traditional like culture expectations. So, you know, most people, like let's say this, like most men will in Islam or in his culture will stay at home until they have an arranged marriage and then move out with a family. And he moved out like on his own a couple few years ago. He wanted his independence. He was more open minded.
No, he didn't want his independence. He didn't want it. Salah comes from a wonderful family, so I hear. Well-to-do people, smart, intelligent people. And he decided he wanted to fast track himself to having a lot of money very quickly, and he wanted to do the least amount of work to get it. So he thought he could just ride piggyback on somebody else's money and get the good life without much effort exerted. So he went looking for a cow with really rich milk, and he found Chantal, and he thought he hit a gold mine by doing so. And for her part, Chantal fed into that by feeding him a bunch of lies about, I'll maybe bring you to Canada. Uh, I'll create a page for the both of us. We'll make a lot of money. I'll help out your gaming channel. She put those dollar signs in his eyes. So he was over there rubbing his hands together thinking, I've struck gold. I've made it. Within a year, I'm going to be set. And it took him a while, and he figured out it's not going to happen. Not only did it not happen, but now he can't get back on social media. But I don't feel sorry for him. She went over there for 3 months. He got a taste of her, not literally, but he got the feel of her and didn't figure it out. Or if he did, he didn't care because he was just too focused on her money. And if you want my opinion about why he's still around, if he is still around, I think he might be afraid that if he hops off the Chantal train too early, that after he hops off, she's going to make a lot of money and he won't get a piece of it. So his greed might be holding him in place.
So it's a different situation. Not really, Lexi. I don't really want like a lot of attention on us. But maybe someday we'll have a bigger wedding. They're very expensive, and
Nope. Who's going to pay for that wedding? Usually the way it goes, you as the groom and the bride, of course you're going to put in your money for the wedding, but sometimes family helps out with different things. But she doesn't have the money for a grand opulent wedding, which might cost into the thousands. And certainly his family is not going to pay for it. So who's paying for this grand opulent wedding? Your money's going down, not up. Ain't nobody paying for that, not even you.
we just wanted to kind of rush and like have a wedding, like, you know.
And by the way, I am not bashing on anyone who has a much more simple ceremony. You can have a simple ceremony and be perfectly happy with it. I got married twice. Both of my ceremonies were very simple, very stripped down. I was okay with that because, you know, like the decor, it don't matter. What matters is me and my partner. But we're talking about Chantal. She's grandiose. She needs everything to be bigger than life. She can't be happy with just simple. She wants more.
Yeah, I get it, Rats. You miss a lot. A teardrop. Oh, like, hi, Slummy. You could visit, Rats. Nothing's gonna happen to you just for visiting here being gay. I mean, I don't know. Maybe if you were like making anybody, gay or straight, if you're making out in public, you're gonna be in trouble. That's it. Even straight people. People are not gonna come up to you and ask, "Are you gay?" So, you know. Yeah, and there's even this TikToker. He's like apparently extremely gay, like you can tell. No offense, but and there's videos of him walking
What do you mean you could tell the man is gay from his TikTok? That sounds kind of slanderous.
through Kuwait, and people are just like
Judging this person based on what, their appearance? I mean, what are you judging this on? Way he's speaking? How awful of you to say that, Chantal.
they don't care. Like, you know, it's not Kuwait is not like I don't know, Afghanistan.
Not that there's anything wrong with being gay or bi or lesbian. I mean, whatever your sexual identity is, that's fine. But the way she's talking about it is just rude.
And strict. Hi, Kina Bear. I'm Miriam. That's my Muslim name. No, you can't get a citizenship. You have to sponsor your spouse, but they don't get instant citizenship, no.
And that is the problem. That right there. So Salah looked at Chantal, looked at her channel. She talked about her money, how much money she was making, blah, blah, blah. And according to Chantal, in order to get somebody's citizenship, you have to sponsor them. And she can't do that. She doesn't have the money. She owes money to the government, a lot of money. Last time I checked, about $60,000. She had 2 bankruptcies on her record, one of which she's still, I guess, trying to pay for, if she is paying on it. So how could she sponsor him? So any hope of going to Canada, getting citizenship through her, it's not gonna happen. So he should have figured that out long ago, given her money issues.
We would have to live there for like 3 years for him to have his like.
Oh God. And that's something else he could not stomach. If he can't stand to be around her in Kuwait, how is he going to deal with her for 3 whole years in Canada? Oof, that's going to be rough.
We'd have to live there for 3 years for him to even have his PR, and we don't want to live there for 3 years right now.
No, you don't want to live there for 3 years. Not him. I'm sure he'd be very happy to be there without you.
You know?
Can you imagine the nightmare it would be for Salah if he and Chantal actually lived in Canada together? She would be a dominating, rude, arrogant beach, beating him over the head verbally with that. Oh, I helped you to get citizenship and you owe me. You got to do what I say. Oh yeah, she would be all kinds of that way.
I think he was just looking for something different, messy girl, outside of his culture.
Yeah, something different. Translation, looking for a cow in another country, and he found you. And you had the most milk in your udders, so he picked you.
Culture. You know, kind of why like I was looking for like someone like Arab.
You were looking for a stand-in for Nader because Nader was the one you wanted. You couldn't get to him, so you settled for Salah. But nobody was ever happy with anything they settled for. The heart wants what it wants. So your heart wants Nader, but your eyes want Salah.
But yeah.
You know what? She's pretty much almost done, so we'll just cut it off here. The react is almost at 2 hours. I think we'll stop right here. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this react. I'm actually going to put a link for Phasmophobia in the description because even though she didn't play the game, she showed the game, and I want to do everything by the numbers here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this react. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you very much for watching and have a good day. Bye.